Out the theater at the base of campus. It's called the Barn because it's like an actual barn, and I had never been in there before, and when I went in there it was just so cool because I understood that it was going to be like an actual barn, but nothing could have prepared me for how it looked. It's so cool. And I think it looks so cool to me because it's like recognizably old. Like all of the equipment in there is aged and not like dusty. I mean, like it's definitely dusty, but it's just obviously not the most recent gear that a lot of theaters are using. Like they just got some new LED lights. The difference between the LEDs and their super old lights are really, really interesting. The super duper cool graduate student girl, she was like, yeah, no, I can see you like getting paid like commercially to do this soon, and I was like, oh my god, I'm growing. So that was cool and exciting because I think like in the future to be on a crew like that would be something super cool and exciting to do. Being with those people just makes me feel at home. Like they're just so much like a family, chill group of friends basically. I don't know, it's cool, and I'm excited that they see me as like, if not an equal, someone on their way to being an equal. Okay, yeah, that's it for me today. Happy Sunday. I just finished my philosophy quiz with a half hour to spare. Like I finished it within half of the time that they gave us, and I'm just like so excited right now. But now the only downside to finishing so early is I have so much more time to kill until my next class, so I'm gonna go chill in the dining hall. The rain like super picked up after my politics discussion, and I don't know, man. I was like walking up the hill to my apartment, like, and there's like an actual waterfall coming down the hill. It's still raining, and it's supposed to rain all week. It makes getting up in the morning and like just moving around outside in general really annoying because, you know, we're in a forest, so like you can't really walk through the dirt because the dirt's not there. It's squishy mud. My TA for my politics class, she's from Russia, like she's from Moscow, and it's really, really interesting to see how she teaches. She made a comment to me in the beginning of class. She said she's not used to the mannerisms from people like here. So she said specifically to me, she was like I'm not used to people smiling all the time. And I was like, you know, like that may not be a general thing, but that's mostly a me thing. I just smile a lot. But it was just funny because like she doesn't smile a lot, but like I just took that as, you know, some people don't smile a lot. I smile a lot because I like to see if I can make other people smile, but like I don't expect everyone else to be a smiley person. That's just who I am. And it was just funny, that comment. She was like, I'm not used to everyone smiling all the time, because I had never thought, I don't know, just me growing up how I grew up, like I don't know how I would feel like in an environment where no one smiled. I mean, I'd be a completely different me, but that's just weird to think about. I didn't go to work this morning because I'm not feeling very well, and it was like the first time that I've ever called in sick and didn't go to work, and it made me feel sicker because I felt like I'm disappointing someone. Like I've signed up to work on Tuesdays and Thursdays and I didn't go, and I just feel I feel bad. And like I talked to my sister, and like she's called in sick today too because she's not feeling too well, and she's like, we're twin sickness or whatever, and I don't know. This week at school actually it's week 5, which is cool because that means we're 5 out of 10 weeks done, halfway there, kind of. This week is also Spirit Week. Now, like, it's not that my school isn't big on school spirit, we're just not like a normal school. We don't really have any sports teams, so it's like no one's really like, go Suggs. So because this is Spirit Week, they're kind of encouraging people to like dress up themed through every day throughout this week and do little challenges. And the challenge yesterday was wear a hat and take a picture with the teacher. I wussed out of taking a picture with the teacher, but I wore a hat. And like, for doing this, their incentive to get people to do this is give out a bookstore certificate. And if I got the bookstore certificate, I would use it to go towards buying an iPad, because I've wanted an iPad for so long now, but like I just haven't got one because they're expensive. But if I get the bookstore certificate, you know, they didn't even say how much the certificate was. They probably would have given more people incentive if they said, or you know, it might have given people incentive not to do it because it might be like 20 bucks, but like it also could be like 100 bucks. You know, they probably don't even know how much it is right now. I slept with this hair in, you know, last night, and like I really like how it turned out, you know, slept in messy look. I just got back from helping teach the mock trial class and it went so well. Everyone performed their direct examinations, and if you don't know what that is, just look it up. It was really cool because they did so well. Not to say that I was expecting them to not do well, but like a lot of them performed as if they had performed before, which no one in that class has any mock trial experience, so like their performance was just really exciting. I've just got off the phone with my mom and it was really nice chatting. We chatted for like over an hour. Today hasn't been like the best day of my life, so like it was nice to just vent out a little bit, you know? Sometimes you just need to complain. Although I seem like I've been complaining a lot lately. That's okay, sometimes you just need to complain. Today's been pretty uneventful. I had work in the morning and then I had a meeting for mock trial. Hey, mock trial's almost over, by the way. And then I went to class and I was worried that because we were supposed to have an assignment assigned on Tuesday, but since I didn't go to class on Tuesday, like, I didn't get the assignment, and, like, it was never put online or anything, and I was worried that I missed out on it, and I was, like, freaking out. So I went to the class today, and they were like, oh, well, he didn't assign it until today anyway, because people need more time to work on it, so he's just gonna let it be due a week from the original due date. So I'm like, ugh. So, like, I didn't even have to go to that class today. My mom's like, you should go to class, like, go to class, you're paying for an education. And I'm like, okay, but like, you don't understand. I mean, I must not be the only one who sees some classes as pointless to go to. But yeah, I still have to go to mock trial tonight, and I don't really want to because it's raining, and like, I've already gone through 2 pairs of socks today because my shoes are leaking. I don't have any completely waterproof shoes here, or at all, really. So I just have to keep changing my socks because they get wet. So since I'm the assistant lighting designer for one of the shows going on this quarter, I gotta actually be an assistant and help the actual lighting designer. So I went and was helping the lighting designer figure out some stuff for the show and like the lighting plot and stuff like that. And as we're up on the grid moving stuff around to make it easier for this weekend's hang, he was like, I don't know anything about you. Tell me your life story. And I was just kind of like, I wasn't prepared for that kind of request. I've never like told my life story to anyone, so like I just, at least in one sitting, like if I hang out with you for like at least a year, like you probably know everything about me because I don't keep anything really secret. But like he was like, just tell me your life story, and I was like, okay. And I just kind of went from like grade school onwards, but it was just a funny request. But like he was like genuinely interested in like how I came to be here, like why am I interested in lighting, and I was like, you know, because it's fun. I don't know, it was just cool because like he was just genuinely interested in what I had to say, and I don't know, I don't get that a lot. It's usually people interrupting me or talking over me, so it was just cool to have someone just sit there and like listen, and like when we get distracted and like have to shut up so we can focus on doing something, as soon as we finish doing the thing, he would be like, okay, so you were here, finish talking, and I was like, okay, like whatever, man, thanks for being curious, I guess. But yeah, so today's Spirit Week theme is just basically a hardcore school spirit. I mean, this is a school sweater, so like I wore this today, but like that's it. They're basically gonna pick someone who's posted a lot of pictures pertaining to Spirit Week and who's like really been into it. Who they pick will receive like a certificate to go to the bookstore and buy something. So like I can't post today just being in my sweatshirt because like that's boring. So I'm gonna film a very silly makeup tutorial and I'm kind of really excited about it. So I just filmed this very casual out everyday makeup tutorial. Happy Spirit Week, everybody. Oh, I forgot I had stupid makeup on. I keep forgetting. So I've been recently running desperately low on toothpaste, so I had to go downtown today after working with Eric and get some toothpaste. And while I was downtown, I was like, okay, so I'm probably gonna get some rain boots because both of my waterproof shoes aren't waterproof. Gabby and I went downtown and we went to CVS and I got some toothpaste, and then we went to Ross hoping for boots, and like there were no boots in the girls section at all. And like, so I was like, okay, so we went to the guys section and like they had some super cool Doc Martens, and like I really want a pair of Doc Martens, but you know, of course they were size 10 plus and in men's sizes, and I'm, you know, a size like 7 in women's, so there's no way in hell I'm gonna be a size 10 in men's. So that was disappointing. But while at Ross, I did get some stuff. For one, I got this super obnoxious silver ceramic camera. It just made me really happy and I wanted it, and I love shiny things and I love the color silver. And then I got this crown thing. That is a funny, it makes me happy, like there's a funny story about crowns and shit. I got it mostly to hold my rings because I have a lot of them. I've just kind of been putting them on the shelf, but now I can put them in the crown. And then I also got a Calvin Klein sports bra at Ross for like, what, $12? So go Ross. Also, while downtown, I ran into, first I ran into Sasha, and for one, I wasn't really expecting to run into anyone because I have slugs painted on my eyeballs, and you know, I'm an embarrassing person, and this is drawing even more attention to my face. Just like, hi Sasha, and I was with Gabby, and I was like, this is Gabby, I live with her, and this is Sasha, I talk about Sasha a lot, and then like that was the cool conversation. Then I walked away and I was like, why am I such a normal human being? And like we hugged and like said bye and stuff. And then when we were at CVS, I was buying the toothpaste, and there was a dude behind Gabby in line who's in the mock shot class, like who we're teaching, and he was like, hey, and I was like, oh hey. And then after we acknowledged each other's existence, like there's a girl in working one of the other registers across the way, and she shouts Camille like across the room. And I look at her and like, I know I've worked with her before in the theater department, I just can't remember her name, and I feel so bad because she remembered my name, and like we've rarely worked, like I think we worked together once. I never expect to run into people I know downtown because, you know, it's not on campus and I'm only ever on campus, so like why would I run into people I know downtown? But like I did, and it was cool, you know, I like people. Also, on the way back, like we got off the bus and Gabby and I are walking back up to the apartment, and something hits me really hard in the back of the leg, like on my calf, like real hard, like a softball or something. And I looked down, like it didn't really faze me, and I just kind of looked over because I thought Gabby maybe like kicked a rock on accident up my leg. I look over and something white flies into the bushes over there, and it was an egg. It must have been an egg. And then because like as the car drives faster up the way, they start shouting, I don't know, like they must have been drunk or something because they were just really excited about throwing eggs out the window at people, which I don't know why. Tomorrow I have to get up early because I'm going to actually work on the show that we've been working so hard on. We'll get donuts in the morning. We always get donuts at Light Hangs. I like donuts. Sorry, that's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.